Starting to roll again. I've been fucking getting lashed. So I'm trying to now we're trying to do a thing where I get back on the horse, you know. Start training again, start feeling good again.
Let's go. While we're waiting till the end. Let's go.
All right, TeachMeGrappling, what's up, guys? I'm back. This is day number 3 of my training, making my comeback. I'm going with Brandon right here. I check a foot sweep, he grabs a single leg. I check a sumogeshi, it's not there. He runs the pipe, tries to lift my leg. I stop him, but he pops his head to the outside, goes double off. I then tried to square up and ended up in a tight body lock. Brandon's very strong, and not that he uses strength. He's very technical. He's a brown belt. New to our gym, but I don't know where he got it, but he's very skilled, both in the stand-up and in the on the ground. So I'm pushing his face, trying to play the lockdown game, but Brandon knows it, and he's doing the butt compressor, which is how he sprawls out of the lockdown. I then switch towards triangle, overhook triangle. I check a butterfly sweep, and then seize upon an omoplata. So he tried to pull his arm out. Probably should have rolled right here, but instead he was trying to resist, which allowed me to gain the advantage and get the optimal position on his bad hip to finish that shoulder lock. So anyway, here we go again. I'm on the elbow control. I take off a 2-on-1, take an inside tie. I fake a single leg, go for a fireman's, slips right out. Those heavy hips, I have to go to a drag out off of his front headlock, and he pulls guard against it. So a lot going on right there, guys. There was a lot of counter for counter. Maybe I'll slow it down in the future. I'm standing up. I love to grapple with confidence. My knees are together in the butt. We just dropped this video not that long ago. I am in a very dangerous position when he climbs up right here. You can see he's holding my head. Both of my arms can be attacked. See him cinching up the legs. If he were to triangle my body with my arms inside, I'd be in serious trouble, but I try to drive into it right here. You can see I'm going in because I feel a little bit of, threat. Now I'm pulling out. Now I'm using my knees. I'm ducking my head, and I'm going, go ahead, go for the arm bar. I'm not scared. I get my guard pass. He pops his right elbow out. You see that? That's an indicator. Immediately go to tightest arse alive. He tried to slip his arm, but I sprawl, and it's too late. Sag down. I've got a great grip, and that's it. That's a darce. So, and then at this point, we're about halfway through the roll. I'm definitely already feeling it, guys. So to get two taps right there, I decided to pull guard. I'm like, you know what? I got to cruise. I'm going to have to cruise. Brandon's playing a little more cautious now. He doesn't really, not that he was super aggressive before, but he's being very patient on top, and it's kind of allowing me to rest a little bit, but I'm trying to let him, I want to feel the flow. I want him to try to do something so I can react. He ends up moving to the side. I trap his arm. I'm threatening a reverse triangle, and I try to push his head and climb over, but he stops it. He knew that was coming. He gets a little seatbelt with me on my side. I try to go for a hook shot as I rotate to my knees. He checks a crucifix. I try to fall back into the guard with a sumogeshi hook. I get an underhook and a limp arm, but I can't run him down to get on top. So right here, I'm trying to use my speed, be light on my feet, feints. He's squared up. He's ready for my shots. And then check this out right here. He's going to catch me with a beautiful ankle pick. I was so happy for him. I was kind of like, I knew it was there, and I still screwed up and gave it to him. I might have been smiling and laughing about it, but deep inside that did bother me that I did not see it. I hook his leg. I was gonna catch a funk roll. I decided to go for a leg lock. He tried to come up on top. I decided to transition into what people call the honey hole, the saddle, the 411, or the inside senkaku. You got 4 damn names for the same position. I try to catch that second leg to put it in my armpit, but you see he's got 2 against 1 on my wrist. Even though his other leg was exposed for a second, I can't do much against these big, strong legs with one hand. And I'm starting to feel it. So I decide I want to just get out of here. I say, forget about it. Let's move on. He comes up on top. I try to push his head for an omoplata. I'm not the rubber guard type. So he yanks out, and that's pretty much how the round ends. I shouldn't pick you bigger guys. So now I'm like, the energy output, I want to put more energy, like, because I don't want to not. I just had a conversation with you about getting after it out in competition. And I'm like, part of the mind goes, I need to conserve. Because when I practice, it's not about winning, it's just about learning. Then I'm like, don't be a bitch. Just go. That's what people want to see. Anyway, fun. That was a nice ankle pick.
Yeah,
Sweet.
thank you.
Sweet. All right, round 2, let's go. We've got big boy Lucio. Lucio's definitely over 200 pounds. Didn't like the fact that I had to go with 2 big guys right away. Faking him. Again, I'm checking his hands, shaking his hands, checking arm drag to a single snap. He looks to go for my leg. I catch a front headlock as I sprawl back. He's doing the right thing by circling. Check it out. I go a Sotogari, doesn't work. Big boy's got some strong legs. I now want to circle him for an Oichigari. Miss that, and he fights his way out. We've been doing a lot of front headlock escapes. I was very proud of Lucio that he was able to do that. Even though he is bigger and stronger than me, I was proud that he was able to stop me right there. Elbow control, he's on my collar, no problem. Tied up on the right side, my hands, I fake him, then I go high crotch. Easy money, the guy's going for a guillotine. I circle left to pop my head out, trap his foot in the butterfly. At this point, I gotta admit, I'm pretty tired already. And so now it's time to rest. And this is a spot right here where I felt comfortable enough to rest a little bit. So I'm just really trying to recover. He's working, trying to get his guard active, but I'm not letting his foot out, and I'm really stalling. And then you'll see, once I try to peel him off, once I try to get him off my head, that's when you know, now it's time to go. So then I decide, drive my head to the right, similar to the over-under pass. Technically, it is an over-under pass now. I then circle back towards the legs, kill the hips. See how I shelved that leg on my right thigh? He goes for a guillotine and side control, a no-no. Check out my no-no. I'm going to go for a Von Flue to teach him a lesson. But I underestimate the big man, and the moment I applied force, he bridged and rolled me beautifully, and I felt absolutely stupid. That was just terrible. Cover the guard, go for Urikatami. He pulls his arm out, triangle possibility. I invert, look for a leg, and now he's passing my guard, and I need a break. I'm gonna rest right here. You don't want to rest with a guy in side control. I don't want to promote that, but you know what? The way I'm feeling right now, it's time to rest. Even though the guy's getting a gift wrap, I tried to turn and roll. I couldn't move much. He makes a big mistake right here and allows me to spin into him. Nice. Now I can rest again. In the guard, just use my head. Posture a little bit right here. His guard's open. I'm gassed, man. Look at this. He gives me his head. Can't give up the head right there. Now I'm in half guard. But check it out. I feel with my left hand, I've got the neck. I mean, this can be a choke. It should be a choke. I don't care that I lose the underhook. I'm going to use the choke in order to get to the mount, and then I'm amazed right here. He fought his way out. I'm not going to lie. Triangle, I'm not going to lie that Lucio is a strong dude. Triangle fails, come out to front headlock. Look at this. I go for a standing teabag, and I'm absolutely thrown for a loop right here. I am gassed. Lucio doesn't even know that he should come after me. He's got to come after me, guys. It doesn't matter. When you're tired, you're tired. It's just a part of the game. Use your head to block, like I said before. Use your head as your defense. Don't let that guy in. Hands are on the knees. Can't let him in. Man, time's running down. Got the overhook. He goes underhook. He pulls back out. I'm thinking I got to get one more takedown. Circling out. I've got the underhook. I block his hip. I didn't like the feeling right here. I'm using my head again. And then right about here, he's got my wrist. What do? I've got to try something. I fake a shot. Man, pull out. Get a little breath of fresh air. Try to breathe for a second. He grabs my collar, and that's the indicator. I want the Seoinage. He's fighting my hand. I reach up, set him up. Drop Seoinage. Finish the throw into side control. I felt much better about finishing the round like this. Rather, check an arm bar. He kept his elbow in enough. Can't let him recover the guard. A backstep spin around the head. And then right here, as time runs down, I simply just go for the mount. Good job, Lucille. I really need to pick my partners better. These are jokes, guys. Roll with everybody. It is what it is. Every opponent in practice presents a new challenge. Yeah, I gotta go with 2 big guys in a row, and I'm tired to even start the second one. It is what it is. First guy was better than the second one. I had more energy in the first one. The second one I had no energy, but the second one probably did better than the first one. How much does a gas tank matter? A whole lot. Give me somebody smaller. And for the last round, we're going to show you, I end up going with one of my best guys named John. You guys know John. He's been on the channel for years. Still one of my brown belts, one of my top dogs here at the gym. And I know John's got a new move. So I end up, again, getting way too lazy with the foot sweep. There's a lot going on right here. He's scrambling to come around. I end up, Sumigashi hook, lose it. Outside hook. Again, he breaks me down, and I'm fighting the hands. He's trying to get to the back. And I was pretty confident here. He's only got the one hook, and I'm out to the side. He's got double under. So there's not much of a choke threat right now. So I feel real good about that. As I'm turning in, check this out, what he's gonna do. I'm moving my hips, and he's gonna catch me right here in what in wrestling is called a double trouble. It's like a, kind of like a full Nelson, but you're on the side. Or like a reverse double chicken wing, but you're on the side. He tried to come over my head to crank my neck a little bit, but I came right out. I threatened that Dars. He turns in, doesn't go that way. He's using a reverse hip escape to try to square back up. I go kind of side smash right over trying to mount. He's using some good stiff arms. Right here's the side smash. And then we look for a restart. So as we move back in the middle, so we have a little more room to roll. Not gonna lie, didn't mind that little break. Okay, we go back into the side smash. And honestly, guys, when I watch this, I'm definitely tired right here because I'm not advancing the way I would like to. You see, he trapped my arm and he's trying to set me up right here. I counter that by putting my right knee on his chest as I pull my right hand towards the head. That way he couldn't catch a reverse triangle, which I know he likes to do. And then right here, as he's recovering the guard again, I'm pressuring, I'm trying to pressure pass, I'm keeping mindful of the kimuras, things like that. As he starts to recover the guard, watch, check this out. I try to pass his right leg, and the moment I do, I go for a leg drag and I start to pass, and John goes for his favorite technique. He ends up rolling me over, catching this Americana grip, and then he's threatening either a straight elbow lock and or a bent arm Americana lock. So check this out. I'm a little nervous because I've got I had his hand, but then I lost it and I went for his other hand. So my right hand on his right hand is preventing him from straightening it. I am trying to get my left elbow in, but to no avail, he still got it. Now I switched to locking my hands, which I absolutely hate. John's adjusting his grip. If you notice, his right hand is not gripping yet. This is my moment. I distract him with my legs on his head, and I rip my elbow out. He scrambles back on top, and I'm pretty happy, to be honest, just to be able to say I got out of that move. I've got nothing right here. As I lay on my side in pure agony, he's got the Kimura grip. He's kind of changing maybe a gift wrap. Notice this little defense. As you're really tired, like I've been saying, defense can be done even when you're gassed, because defense does not require the same amount of energy as offense. See how I straighten my arm? I really don't care if he goes. He could go for an armbar. He can go for a Kimura. I really don't care. I turtle. He's got the far wrist. This is where I would love to turn into him and try to threaten his right arm. As he's possibly looking for a crucifix, I'm hiding my left arm. So he tried to jump sides, and I switch sides. Again, I try the roll to look for a shoulder lock on him. He rolls, so I then turn back in. At the end of the scramble, I'm completely gassed. My arm is in danger right now, but John's not really going for it. There's a submission right here. He shoots for a reverse triangle. I'd like to show you guys that submission on the shoulder. I start to pass. I get a knee on stomach position. He's got a good thrust on my hip. Replaces a nice knee shield. And maybe I should just coast right here. He shoots a nice omoplata as we end. Thank you. Not back yet. Fun though. I don't know why I think it's fun, but sort of. You know what I mean? It's sort of fun. It fucking sucks too. All right. Thank you, John.